Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Ayman and I'm from senior high school, and my major is software engineering. I'm a software engineer, and today I'm going to be presenting and explaining the topics I've learned for the past few months. I'll go to the side. This is the introduction of HTML and CSS. So here's the first question. What is HTML? HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. So usually people get confused. Like, is HTML a programming language or is it some other language? So the correct answer, HTML is called a standard markup language. So it's a markup, not like a programming language. Unlike like Python and etc. other codes like that, those are called programming languages. This is a markup language. So in this part, HTML in the website is like the skeleton of the website. So it's like the bones and support for the website internally, and this is what HTML looks like. It's pretty simple, pretty basic, not so good looking, but it's the base of all the codes in a website. Then this is the basic tags of HTML. This is the first tag. It's called the header. The header is like the title. There's 6 types of headers. H1 until H6. Header 1 until header 6. The smallest one is 6. The biggest one is 1. And then there's P, which is paragraph. You can make paragraphs, like for example, this is my first HTML page. It will show in the HTML web page like this. This is the paragraph and this is the headings, like I showed you before. And then there's the anchor, which you could attach links to. For example, there's google.com. Go to Google. If you click on the link, it will redirect you to Google. And then there's this break or BR. Break is for like breaking the text. Like for example, this should be a combined text into like a singular line, but there's 2 lines because the line the break code breaks the line. And then there's image. There's image. You could see there's lots of variables here. This is called source. You could put links or put the file inside your coding place. Like for example, this is VS Code. I could put the file inside the text editor and something like that. There's an alternative text. For example, there's no internet, no Wi-Fi. There would be a sign that says cute cat. There's another example of that. There. See, there's no image, but it says cute cat. That's called an alternative text. And then this is the width. That's just for sizing the image. Then there's header 2. This is the second largest header. Then there's an unordered list or UL. And then there's LI, which stands for list. And then there is OL, that is called ordered lists. So the difference between unordered and ordered is like this. This is unordered. You get dots, and ordered lists, you get numbers. And then the final tag is the comment. The comment is for like commenting in the side, like notes for notes. This is the example. There's no example because only the coder can see the comment. For the next page is the basic structure of HTML. First, there's doc type HTML. That's for activating the code. HTML to show you what type it is. And then there's the heading. And then this is the title. The title usually comes in the top of the website. Like for example, in the first tab, that will be the title. The place, there will be the title. Then the heading. The head, like the head of the code. That's for the title. And then there's the body. Body, that's where you put the headings and the paragraphs and etc. and the other tags. And then there is CSS. What is CSS? CSS stands for Cascading Style Sheets. For the example of CSS, if HTML is the skeleton, CSS is the skin. So it's like for styling and designing your website to be as beautiful as possible. This is the example of a CSS in a website. This is some boxes and some like buttons for styling. Like you could see before, I would go to the next page. Okay, this is the comparison. This is the before without CSS, and this is the after with CSS. So you can see the difference between this website and this website. This one is 100 times better than this one because it's boring and it's ugly. And this is the basic structure of CSS. It's pretty simple. I will show you the body. Like for example, the background color is light gray. So for example, this is light gray. The background will be like light gray and red, any color you want. And then there's font family. You can change the fonts and then the margin and 20px. You can also find them in like these files. I'll show you an example in the VS Code. Okay, this is the VS Code. As you can see, there's lots of codes, but I want you to concentrate on the HTML and CSS. This is the basic understanding. So inside here, there's diffs. Diffs are like for containing the codes, like for dividing them into teams or classes. Like for example, image section. As you can see, you could put dot or like before was image text section. So you could put them into teams. Okay, and I guess that's all for my presentation. Thank you for listening. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.